But like in America, if you get charged with something, you can bond out and be out till your court case, where in the UK we don't have that. If you get charged with something, you're kept in.
Yeah, and the crazy part is that she is a harmless little thing. You know, it's not like she's
posing harmless, because
her information is, that's a different.
Intellectually, she's very powerful. I mean, the amount of evidence and research and knowledge that this girl has managed to come up with is mind-boggling. She's harmless in the sense that she's not violent or aggressive. Yeah, but mentally,
doesn't pose any physical threats. But
but mentally, she's harmful because she has the pure grit and determination.
Yeah.
To leave no stone unturned and get to every little bit of evidence, because at the end of the day, all this girl wants is the truth.
Yeah.
And that's what's beating strong inside of her, whether it's to do with that family or not, that's regardless. It's just the truth of the matter that she needs.
Yeah, sorry. Also, like, why would, like, just one girl go through all that she's gone through, get all that evidence that she's got, or whether it's right or wrong, they wouldn't put themselves through years of, like, trying to figure out where they come from. If it was nothing, well, like you just said now, she just wants to know, like,
she's not still, she's not still saying I am that family. She's saying I just want the answers, because her supposed biological family aren't giving any answers, and to the contrary, they've done one.
Where are they? For a start,
exactly. They've done one.
I was just going to say,
like,
whilst their daughter is being held in another country, they've taken themselves off into hiding. And if that doesn't scream suspect, I don't know what does.
Right. They should have done that DNA test for her. Nothing to hide.
You could say the same about the McCanns.
Exactly. But I mean, the other thing is, literally only a week or so before that bombshell new documentary was out on Channel 4, the McCanns were given another however many 100,000 money to their fund for the Find MAHDI campaign. And then literally a week or so later, the documentary come out going, oh no, we've got evidence that she's passed, and here's what we've had since 2016. It's like,
so where's the money gone?
Exactly. What? So have they given them that money to fight Julia in court, or what?
It doesn't make sense. That's why there's more to it.
Exactly, because there's no money for Julia to fight her case, to find out who she is or what's going on and why she's got 2 blood types and 2 date of births and all the rest of it. And yet they've just suddenly got another X amount of hundreds of thousands of pounds, despite them having evidence since 2016 that Maddie's not alive. So why are they still getting money?
Yeah.
Well, we're seeing a trend of a lot of things happening behind the curtains. And the people trying to voice about it and call it out, are being victimized. They're being penalized and dragged through the mud just for trying to get to the truth of the matter. And
again, people with
that's
power,
got to change. Yep.
People with power manipulating the little people.
I think the McCanns just don't want anything to come out, whatever reason, for whatever's happened to Madeline.
Wait.
There's more to it, and they just don't want anybody finding out.
Yeah, we
can't.
We can't.
Probably
more
likely the police are involved as well.
Ladies, we can't talk about the McCanns.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you got to watch what you're saying, man. They are watching people. So yeah, I would be very careful what you say about the McCanns. Very careful.
Well, then I'm not going to say the next comment I was going to
say. Yeah, man. You've never heard me mention the McCanns when I talk about Julia and any of the Julia shows or any of the Julia updates. Come on now. So listen, it's fine. You just got to watch what you're saying, man, because they're hawks. The hawks are circling. So
crazy.
Yeah, it's all good. Everything that you were saying, none of the stuff you were saying was fine, but it was just about to edge there. We were just about to get into the land of
no man's land,
the danger zone. So yeah, that was the equivalent of me driving you off the road for your own sake, there, Pam. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Can you just say to Kaza, Kaza Bear, we know. Just put on there, ladies. It's Ron's show. Remember?
Oh no. Ron's not circling back now. Ron will have his own show tomorrow, and we'll just let the ladies talk because there's no point in me trying to circle it back now. My ADHD has had so many things to say, and then someone starts talking, and then it all just erases from my brain. But it's fine. Don't worry. Okay. Don't worry.
Sorry about that.
No, you guys have been doing a fantastic job. So if you were terrible, right, then I would be like, oh, why have I not shut these ladies up? But now you've been doing a freaking awesome. You've been doing awesome. Absolutely awesome. What you guys need is a segment, right? You need like a segment.
Yes.
Hold on. Whoa.
Yes. There you go.
Oh my God.
Bring it, Ron.
That was scary. That was like if we were on a boardroom right now. I'm like, oh, sure, right.
Okay. Well, yes, we want our own
okay.
Yeah, you've just been kiboshed.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Yeah, you guys can. Yeah, we'll figure it out. But yeah, no, not a speculation. You see how my brain works. I just seen that word at the side of the corner of my eye. But no, getting these a segment's a great idea because you just I could just give you a word and then I get 40 minutes of content.
We run off.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So
I think we were talking because you weren't. So we're like, we can't have this dead air for you.
Don't give me that crap. There's no such thing as dead air with Ron. No freaking sale. When Ron starts talking and then someone goes, can I just say something? And I go, yes. Yeah. And then 40 minutes go by. That is not me being quiet. That is me giving you ladies the floor. Yeah, I appreciate it. Like I say, you've done a really good job. You've done a really, 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 really good job. So if you hadn't been doing a good job, I just would have muted you on Discord and blamed it on a tech fault. Do you know what I'm saying?
Now we know. Yeah. Now we know.
Oh, yeah. Ron's giving your secrets away, Ron.
Ron doesn't care. Ron does not care if you know his secrets whatsoever. But you guys are awesome.
I'll send the French Bulldog posse after you.
Oh, mate, do you know, like, all jokes aside, do you know how far you could punt one of those French Bulldogs? Like, if there was one coming at you and it was him or you, it's getting volleyed, mate. It is getting backstered off the bridge so fast, and everyone's going to be mortified. And I'll be like, yeah. That's what happens when you make your little tiny dog run at me. Now it's off a bridge. What? No,
he's heavier than you think. He's literally just shoved his head right at the phone like, yeah, Ron, don't say anything about me.
Nah, he's adorable, mate. I could never do that to you. If the dog was coming for me and, it was life or death, then sure, things are going to go down. But he's an adorable little guy. Adorable.
He's a lover, not a fighter, bless him.
Yeah. Now, one of the topics that we were going to talk on today, which I'm going to push to tomorrow, was concerning this UK MAHDI, but we're going to get into him tomorrow because the girls are just on one today. So it's there's no problem with that. There's no problem with that. Yeah. But there may be a good chance.
Yes, BB. Frenchies can be big and chunky. Mine is.
Yeah, 100%. So look, we've got about another 40 minutes or so of the show today. Of which I've had about 6 minutes of airtime, to be perfectly. I think the longest I spoke for was the intro, to be perfectly honest for you. And then it's just evolved into a fantastic conversation. Yeah, exactly. It's all good. Like I say, you've done a great job. So just circle back to Julia. I mean, there's not much I can say. There's a lot to say, but I can't remember what I'm allowed to say. So in those cases, I just don't say anything. Some people have been working very hard behind the scenes on getting some special episodes put together for the Julia case and her saga and all of that. Not a show, segment, Tracy, segment, okay? Just so no one walks away from this thinking, Ron said we need our own show. Ron very clearly said...
That's what I heard.
Segment. Segment. Okay? Ladies, baby steps. Oh,
segment, show, tomato.
There you go.
Okay. No, just
see, even the side chat are agreeing now, Ron.
I don't give a rat's ass what the side chat or the crazy.
Give the people what they want, Ron.
Oh, I swear to God. Do you know how simple it is? Just with one button. and they're gone. No, I would never do that to you.
You started this.
No, it's all good. But okay, so like I say, it's better for me not to say too much. But she's sounding really good, right? And she was sounding a little bit coldy about 10 days ago. She had a bit of a sniffle scenario, a bit of a sore throat. Sounding way better now. Way better now. I need to go and get a pillow because the bench has started to do its thing. But I know that the big question for me is why is
we can't hear you, Ron.
Is why is she still in there? That's my thing, right? And if some of and if some of the things that are being discussed happen, then it's going to raise even more questions because she needs to get out of this prison. You know, not because
she does. And why did they keep moving the date?
So it's one of those things that we need answers to. Because they've been given multiple addresses and they've been given excuses as to why those addresses don't work. A lot of people are asking why she's not being bailed out. Well, because she's not a British citizen and doesn't have a place to live. And is clearly, as you can see by looking at her, a psychotic, dangerous woman.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Really scary.
This is the face of a crazy lady. No, she's not really.
She's on the blacklist because she's a high-ranking assassin.
Right, Mary.
Are they
Julia,
trying to make a spectacle of her?
Mary,
Well,
Julia.
This is what happens. This is what happens when you don't listen.
The
irony! Even though she shouldn't be put inside, she should never have been arrested. But
she needs to go out. Go on in.
I think they'll just put it down to. I think a lot of their reasoning would be, for example, the police is like we warned her. And she came back, and she shouldn't have. Because there's no other. It's not like you say. She's no kill. Are we allowed to say killer? You know, she's not an unaliver or.
Oh yeah, there you go.
She hasn't hurt anybody or done anything to anybody. It's just answers that she wants.
She's too powerful out here with the keyboard. She's able to find out too much information.
I was just going to say
that. So the only way they could stop it was to put her where she doesn't have access.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Julia was craving dumplings after like day 2. Julia is now at the stage where she's dreaming about dumplings and
food, nice food, most probably.
Well, it's Polish dumplings, right? I've never had them, but you know, dumplings are dumplings to me. They're all pretty much delicious. But I've grown to be suspicious of all Polish food. And my grandfather was Polish, and I've had some Polish friends. And yeah. Like if you invite me around for soup, I expect us to sit down at lunch and have a bowl of soup, not for it to be this like whole day event where there's one main soup broth and it's like 70 different things you can add to your soup to make it your own
that's
soup.
Not what we want.
Right? No, listen. Don't get me wrong. It was fine, but I'm looking at some of the things and I'm like, why is there boiled eggs there first? Why are they there? What and again, there's nothing wrong with that. It was overwhelming. You know what I'm saying? It's like when people say make your own pizzas and all the toppings are there and you're like, wow, that's a lot of options. I'd never experienced this dedication to soup before. It was pretty epic.
How is she enjoying the food in there?
She hates it. She hates
it. I don't think enjoying.
Anyway.
Sometimes, hang on 1 second, everybody. I just need to take this call. 1 second.
I wonder if they do Polish food in there.
All right. So how is that the only time you have it? How is that the only time when I need to take a call? The only time where you all shut up, like for the whole call there, no one said a word, just nothing.
Because we didn't know if we were meant to or not, Ron.
Yeah,
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Kind of speak quite low.
We're scarred
after the
about
muting.
the muting situation.
Too funny. Because I was listening.
Do you know what?
I was listening in the kitchen on my headphones. I was like, oh yeah, this is really interesting. And I get back to the computer and everyone's losing their mind.
Well, we get told we're talking too much, then we're told we're not talking enough. I mean, Ron,
what do you want?
Make your mind up. Go on,
Oh,
Lord.
I have. You're getting a segment, all right? You're getting a well orchestrated and time framed segment with a clear end and a clear beginning, okay? And you guys are going to smash it. That's what you're going to do.
Yep. We will absolutely rock it.
So, Manuel, great idea. It's a great idea.
Yeah, I've just seen that there.
Because we looked at what classifies stalking and all of this stuff at the start. And then we spoke to members of the community who basically had their own inverted commas Julias in their life, and have had made multiple complaints about stalking in real life, people turning up at their house, text messages, calls. I mean, I'm not going to lie, it's mainly women and it's mainly creepy guys, and the police don't really seem to have the same gusto as they have in this particular case. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, but the thing with Manuel's question is, because of, again, what's been going on so far, nobody wants to get involved.
Yeah,
because it then puts the spotlight on them, and they're like, no, thanks, I don't really want to have myself or my practice in a spotlight of being connected with anything to do with this.
Oh, yeah, we got through most of them, actually. I think we did. I think we started going through them all. Oh, yeah. No, I don't know if I can talk about why we're not talking about this. Wit's End.
I'm just muting myself a minute while I make my cappuccino. So I'm still here. I can still hear you.
Okay, great. That's great. So yeah, you just need to bear with me on that one, Wit's End. So yeah.
Is
just
she
bear with me.
okay though? She's getting on with it in there.
Yeah, she's definitely getting on with it as best she can.
I'm sure she's made some friends in there as well.
She's made a bunch of friends, but they keep coming in and leaving. You know what I mean? Because they're either getting in or their case is up or whatever, and she's just stuck there in this perpetual cycle where
they're just making it very hard for her.
They are. They're making it
very,
impossible.
very hard.
That
makes sense.
Yeah, they're making it impossible. And I mean,
whatever happened to the guy that was essentially representing for her? What was his name?
Serge. I think he bailed.
Yes.
He bailed after he was released from duties by Julia, I do believe.
Huh.
Yeah, it's
because he wasn't doing anything.
Oh,
I don't really know what went on, right? I know.
Gina, be careful.
One day everything was kosher, and then the next minute he announced that he was no longer representing Julia. And to be honest, that's about all.
He wasn't really doing anything, was he?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think he was doing stuff at the start. I don't really know. That's definitely one for Julia's first podcast once she's flown from the freaking shackles.
Yeah.
God, she'll be writing a book and they'll be doing all sorts. She'll be on Netflix.
Oh, I can tell you this right now. She is.
When her fetters have flown, there's going to be lots of info.
Yeah. Look,
I can't wait.
She is definitely going to be writing a book. 100%.
I do kind of have this feeling though that this whole court scenario could end up slapping her with a gag order, which would be completely inappropriate.
I have been having
say that out loud.
I've been having the same thoughts, right? But I think she would just do a jail sentence before that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? Like, it's Julia Wandelt. Yeah. Like,
exactly.
She's not. And again, I'm not criticizing women, okay? But very much like women's prison and men's prison. Women. Oh, Jesus. I used this analogy before. It's very much like if you go to like a pub in Paisley on a council estate and then go into the men's toilets and then go into the women's toilets. That's kind of the difference between male and women's prisons. You know what I'm saying? The women's toilet has a carpet in it, right?
Are we on this topic again?
I'm just saying. So she's not.
That's weird.
It's not there's no horror stories that she's talking about. You know, when you listen to Shaun talk about prison, I got one chapter.
Yeah, but Shaun was also in America.
It's true. But then, have you seen any of the interviews with the British prisoners that he's done on the channel?
Yeah,
none of it seems fun at all. I'm not going to lie to you, right?
It's not supposed to be fun.
Julia says on the top floor, one of the walls is covered in paintings of animals, and she likes to look at them. Any of the interviews?
She's in a low category place, though. The higher up you go in the category, you're not getting paintings on the walls and things.
Sure. But one of her friends that she met in there murdered all of her children.
Oh,
wow.
So I think maybe you might be thinking of men's prisons, but there's not enough women to have.
wow.
I don't think there's enough. I don't know how they're split up. I'm not an expert. You could be totally right. But all I'm saying is, I got one chapter through Shaun's first book, and I was done with the book. Okay, and it was all about cockroaches and just the way that he described having. My brain makes stuff way too real. Ever since I made the mistake of reading A Boy Called It, and that.
I've read that.
Well, a girlfriend handed it to me.
No,
a girlfriend handed it to me at the time because I said, "Look, I can only read a storybook if I can finish it in a day." She handed it to me at 8 in the morning and said, "Enjoy this." And by 6 o'clock in the evening, I'd finished it, and I was was done with books. I was done with books.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't think I've read. I don't think I've heard of that.
Don't worry, Pam. He goes on to write another 3. Oh yeah.
Oh
God, yeah.
Yeah, I've not. Oh. I didn't read the others. I read the first one and I was done.
Yep.
Really?
Yep. And you know what? That might have been one of the subconscious seeds planted in my head, where years later I went after people that weren't very nice to kids. Yeah. Because that book is, put it this way, I mean, it was irresponsible for them not to put on the front, this is going to mess you up real bad. But in saying that, it's a book. People, it's not like a movie, where you just sort of grab
them. You didn't put trigger warnings on things. Now, if it was published, it would have had a trigger warning put on it.
It was
and it could
just,
that they would have taken bits out.
I think that was the most, it wasn't even bad in the way you think. It was, but not in the ways you think. But it was, I think it was the first time I'd heard a survivor's account of real childhood abuse, like having to come home and be forced to throw up to prove you hadn't eaten anything at school because you weren't allowed to eat any food. Like,
oh my God.
Like, I think I bit the book about 5 or 6 times. Anyone remember, like, years ago when I was like a young teen doing a lot of gaming with control pads, I used to bounce them off walls or bite them really hard when I got enraged. And that book has several teeth marks in it. Oh yeah. It's wild. It's wild. And I do not recommend you read that book. And I do not recommend you watch a movie called Irreversible. Both of them. It was my university teacher who told me to go and watch Irreversible. Just off the cuff. Didn't even think about what you were saying. Oh yeah, here's your homework. Go and watch Irreversible and come and tell me what you think about it. The next day I went in and I was like, why did you make me do that?
Scarred for life.
It was an incredible film. But man, I mean, it is a harrowing story about a guy's girlfriend who gets R-worded in a tunnel and his entire night tracking down the guy. But the whole movie plays scene by scene in reverse. So the first scene you see is the last scene in the story, and the movie ends where the movie should start. And so you end it, the movie starts and you're totally confused as to why all this mad violence is happening. And then it just goes back and back and back. And then it ends with this couple in this beautiful moment before any of this happens. And it's just absolutely unreal. Well, I was just giving you guys an update. Julia is doing great for somebody who's where she is. And there's a lot of stuff I can't talk about because I can't remember if I can talk about it or not. And she's doing good. I mean, she sounded like she was getting a bit sick a couple of weeks ago, and I was really stressing out, just so stressed out. Because like like I'm friends with Big Homie, and like people just getting flu-like symptoms out of nowhere is now another one of my triggers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Is Big Homie okay now, or is he still?
Yeah, Big Homie was on Piers Morgan last week.
I watched that.
I saw that.
Yeah, he's a good lad. He knows what he's doing.
But I meant, has he got over his flu cold feelings now?
Yeah. I mean, I hope so. I mean, he got sided in like wherever it is when someone bashes the side of your car. He's been up, you know,
sideswiped.
Yeah, that's the one. He's been up to all kinds of shenanigans, man. He got a call from the
president. He got a phone call from the president.
Yep. I swear to God, if we see a video dropping in a couple of days called "I fooled Big Homie into thinking he talked to the president," that would be hilarious. Okay. Now, Big Homie, you tell me. You know what I'm saying? Too good. It'd be too good. It'd be too good. Now we are getting we're approaching our last sort of 15 minutes here. And
I thought you said that like a half an hour ago, Ron.
No, half an hour ago it was about 40 minutes left. Ron was
you just told us 5 so that we could jabber for 40 and then hey ho, we're at the end of the show.
The 5 was the topic change. But tomorrow,
that's a really good picture of Julia.
Yeah,
it's lovely.
One of the topics for tomorrow is this. Does anyone know who this man is in the center of the screen with the beanie on? Anyone seen him on TikTok, seen him on YouTube, heard about him, anything at all? Does anyone know who this MAHDI is or what the MAHDI is? Because this one tomorrow, honestly,
the beanie on.
With a beanie on.
I mean,
for religious reasons as well. The beanie.
I mean, he looks like a few different people, but I don't know him.
Yeah, this is the living prophet that has returned.
The Messiah.
The Messiah. This is him.
Is he going to save all of us, Ron?
No. No.
Just the select few.
And
looks like he's been living pretty well wherever he's been.
So this is the Ahmadi religion of peace and light. So this is his religion. The Ahmadi religion of peace and light is a religion founded by the Qam of the family of Muhammad, Abdullah Hassam Abbas al-Daik, from him in peace, and Amin Mahdi Padu and his family. It is the fulfillment of the prophecy as per the narrations of the scriptures of the Arabic faiths. It was foretold by the holy household of the Prophet of Muhammad to emerge in the end times. So this dude's here in the UK, right? In the UK, right?
Yeah.
With this new religion.
Anywhere he could be in the world, and he came to the UK.
Yeah.
In the UK. Well, I think if you were going to assemble an army and you needed to get them across borders, what better place?
Mm.